Hey everyone, my name is Tim Shope and I am a career advisor in the MTSU Career Development Center. In this short video, I'm going to talk about the basics of writing an effective resume that will hopefully catch the attention of some potential employers. The resume is oftentimes your first impression with an employer. So that means a few different things. You want it to be professional, you want it to be well written, you want it to be organized, and you also want it to be eye-catching. A resume is really a representation of the quality of work that you do, and employers will take notice. In addition to those few things I previously mentioned, the resume should also be brief. We're talking about one full page, and that's because on average, employers take about 4 to 6 seconds to look at each individual resume. The most important thing when you're writing your resume though is that you always want it to be focused on what is relevant to the employer. What does the employer actually care about? This involves doing some research. That means going to the company website, looking at the mission statement, vision statement, finding out what they really value, and also really reading the job description. What are some key skills that they're looking for in the ideal candidate? What are some themes that you're finding that they're looking for in this position? And address those things on your resume. So again, keep that in mind. Always focus on putting information on your resume that is relevant to the potential employer. 3 things that we focus on in the MTSU Career Development Center on resumes is format, design, and content. So when it comes to format, again, I said 1 page is kind of the max that you're looking at for your resume for an entry-level position. Also, when you think about margins, we suggest 1/2 inch to 3/4 inch margins. That just maximizes your space to write out your bullet points under experience section. And then also, it's still going to look organized and well put together. With design, you want to think about your fonts and your font sizes. So with font size, we typically say that your name should be the biggest thing on the resume. So think about 16 to 24 point font for that. And then the rest of your resume should be about 11 to 12 point font. As far as the type of font that you use, just make sure it's something that looks professional. Make sure it's easily readable for the potential employer. Ultimately, with design, just be consistent. If you bold the name of one company that you work for, make sure the rest of the companies that you work for are in bold. If you italicize a certain thing, make sure all of those things are italicized. So just be consistent in your design. And then content. So I'm kind of going to go through the order of what we suggest for someone coming out of college, the order to put their sections on their resume. So first is obviously the name and contact information. Make sure again that your name is the biggest thing on the resume, and also make sure that when you put your contact information on there, make sure it's a phone that you use often and you check the voicemail often, and make sure it's set up. And also make sure it's an email that you check often. That way, if a potential employer reaches out to you and wants to schedule an interview, that they're not waiting too long to schedule that interview. You can get back to them as quickly as possible. So under the name and contact information, we suggest putting in a branding statement, which is basically a few short sentences explaining, here are the skills that I have, and here's how I can bring value to your company. And then under that as well, kind of a part of the branding statement, you can do a bullet pointed list of your skills that you feel like are relevant to the employer as well. Under that, you can put your education section, and I think this is really important for new graduates. Put that education section at the top, show off your new degree, show them what you've been working on for the past 4 or so years. Next is the experience section. You can split this up into relevant experience and other experience, or just do one general section of experience. Either is fine. So again, with experience, you need to be thinking about what's most relevant to the employer. Some of you may not have relevant experiences for the job that you're looking for after college, and that's okay. Don't undersell any work experiences that you have, because you very likely learned leadership skills, collaboration skills, teamwork skills, communication skills, all these things through the positions that you have. So don't undersell any positions that aren't relevant. But if you have positions that are relevant, those should take the place of the ones that are not relevant. So again, thinking about what is relevant to the employer. I'm saying that a lot because it's important. And then also with the experience section, just make sure you're writing in concise bullet points. Just don't write in full sentences, don't write in paragraphs. They're not spending a lot of time looking at this. So write in concise, short bullet points. Other sections that you can include after experience are certifications. volunteer experience, any presentations or research projects that you worked on while in school, or any campus leadership involvement. And there's some other sections that you can include as well on your resume if you feel like it's relevant. Those are the basics of writing a good, effective resume. If you need some additional assistance, feel free to reach out to us or check out our resume writing guide, which is on our website, mtsu.edu/career. We also review resumes. So if you send your resume as a Word document to pca@mtsu.edu, we will review that, make some comments on it, and send it back to you. And lastly, if you want some more in-depth information about writing a good resume, you can check out another video I created that's a little bit longer, goes into a little bit more detail. You can find that on our website. So feel free to check that out when you have time.